Hola amigos, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I wanted to give you a little bit of a Camp Nano update as it's the 27th of April today, so we are so close to the end. If you haven't been to my channel before, my name is Emma Bennet. I'm a UK based writer and I write contemporary romance books and the occasional children's picture books. This is my first camp. My first NaNoWriMo was last November, and I set the typical 50,000 word first draft of a novel. I actually wrote something like 55,000 words, and it went really, really well. I took it very, very seriously. I had plenty of time to give to it. This camp has just been completely different and completely bonkers. I was behind from the very beginning, in case you haven't seen my other updates, because I had a manuscript that I needed to get to my publishers by the 3rd of April. So I didn't actually start camp until the 4th of April, and then I stopped for the long Easter weekend as well. So I was pretty behind. Now, I am very pleased to say that I have largely caught up. I am at, let me check, 26,443 words. Okay, so basically caught up because I set myself the goal of 30,000 words, so like 1,000 words a day. So I'm basically caught up, which is amazing because I was very behind. So what I planned to work on for camp was a non-fiction book all about how to win NaNoWriMo. I have finished that, which is brilliant, and it went really, really well. I had some fantastic quotes from some brilliant writers giving me tips and tricks that they'd used and some of their own experiences. I have to say though that I haven't included the words from their quotes in my final word count. I'm not cheating, don't worry. Yeah, that went brilliantly. That is done, the first draft of it anyway, but I completely failed. Well, I didn't have time to plan for camp, and I hadn't really thought properly about the actual word count that book would come in at, and it came vastly under the 30,000 mark. So I needed something else to make up the words. So I have also been working on a novella sequel to my book, The One That Got Away. That's because I noticed that someone had left a review and they said that they really, really loved the book, but that they were very sad that the hero and heroine hadn't got married, that they hadn't seen their wedding. So I thought, you know what? I will write their wedding. That's coming along well. That is what I am still working on at the moment though, because I didn't have a time to plan it out properly. I have had a little trouble with the actual timeline of it and yeah, the story in general, but it's coming along really, really well, and I'm hoping that a first draft of that will be done by the end of April. That still wasn't going to be making up my word count though. This will be a theme of this video. So I added in more projects. So one of those projects was to finish the first draft of another non-fiction book, although it's more like a little pamphlet, but that's it's called Twitter for Writers. So it's all tips and tricks for writers who are wanting to make the most out of Twitter. That was something that I promised my viewers that I would produce. So I'm so pleased that that's really coming along well. Again, that one's kind of finished and put aside now. First draft is done, but we still didn't make up the word count. So next I added in a short story. I just had an idea for a short story, not my usual romance at all, more kind of just general fiction. And I wrote that, and that came in at roughly 3,000 words. That's done. Obviously it needs editing and things, and I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet, but again, done. Awesome. Then I added in another project because I still wasn't up to the word count, and that was a much smaller project. So I'm going to be running a writing class starting next week in my town, and I wanted to do some printouts to give to the people coming. We're going to be working on flash fiction for the first few weeks of the class, so I wanted to have something that I could give to them with kind of an explanation of exactly what flash fiction is, the history of it, examples, writing prompts, all that kind of stuff. So I did that as well. So we are definitely getting closer to the 30,000 words that I need. So my plan is for the next couple of days to just be able to focus on my sequel to The One That Got Away. I have no idea what to call it at all, by the way. So if anybody has some ideas, so yeah, there's a wedding in it. Like I say, it's the sequel to The One That Got Away. It's set in Spain for most of it. So any ideas for a title would be very gratefully received. My plan is to finish that by the end of Sunday, and then hopefully I will have one Camp Nano. I will make sure that I do another little update for you to let you know if I managed it or not. We'll see. It definitely hasn't been the most easygoing of months, it has to be said. So if you are doing camp, how has it gone for you? I know lots of people have one already. Are you one of them? Or are you on the struggle bus? Have you had to give up for whatever reason? Although I'm sure that if you don't manage to hit your word count, you will have got more words than if you hadn't attempted to do camp at all. So you should still be super proud of yourself. Please like this video if you haven't had a chance to already, and subscribe if you're not, because we have a lot of fun around here and it would be lovely for you to join me for some more videos, and I will catch you in the next one.